Hi, welcome back to my channel. And before I start the topic of this video, before I start explaining, I would like to ask for your suggestions. If you have any English related topic, be it grammar, vocabulary, even writing, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Okay, and you please also subscribe my Instagram, and then click a like on my Facebook page. And all right, so what is today videos about? Okay, today is a very basic grammar topic, and because it's so basic, and often many of us make mistake, and this kind of mistake, to be honest, they are unacceptable. We should know, we must know, and then we need to stop making the same mistake again, which is related to uncountable nouns. All right, so let's have a look. So common mistakes, basically the common mistakes that I'm going to talk about, it's more on uncountable nouns. But of course, if we talk about uncountable nouns, I will need to mention about countable nouns. Okay, so like I said, this is a very basic grammar topic that we basically learned this topic when we were even in primary school or even in kindergarten. Okay, so but the thing is, many people still make mistake. So that is why this purpose of this video, because to remind you not to make this common mistake again. All right, so first thing first, let's look at countable nouns. Okay, countable nouns, it's easy. I will just walk you through very quickly. All right, so if it's countable nouns, okay, whichever noun that is countable, then you will have two categories, which is singular nouns or plural nouns. So very simple example, learner. As a learner, okay, so learner is the person, is the student, there's only one, okay, we can use in front, a learner. So if it's singular nouns, we don't have to add an s or es, okay, after the noun. So a book. So singular nouns, these are the singular nouns, which is only one. And when it comes to plural nouns, it means that they are more than one learner. Then it will be learners. Then you add the s behind it. And then for book, easy, books. So they are learners. So there are many learners. There are some books. So this countable noun, there's no problem. Many of us, in fact, right, we know this rule very clearly. So that's why we always tell ourselves that, okay, if it's only one, I don't need an s or es. If it's more than one, I need to put an s. I need to add an es. Okay, so because of this idea of it, that we really, the rules of it that we really remember, right? But when it comes to uncountable nouns, we tend to make mistake. Okay, let's go to uncountable nouns. Okay, common mistakes. Let's have a look at some of the nouns here. Equipment, furniture, knowledge, information. These four nouns are the common nouns that what I observe, people make mistakes. We all tend to add s behind all these nouns: informations, knowledges, equipment, furnitures. Why? Because maybe because of our mother tongue, in our understanding, right, we feel like if I want to talk about a lot, I feel like they are many, then I need to add the s, because this is what I understand. But you know, in English, it's not like this. English, there are always something that is exceptional, that is a exception that you need to know. So that is why these four nouns, by now, you should tell yourself they are uncountable. You cannot add s behind all these words. Okay, and then not only these four common ones, I also identify a few that people tend to make mistakes. For example, homework. Students, if you are a student, you feel like maybe your school life, you are very busy, you have different types of homework, you have Chinese subject, English subject, mathematics, science, and then in your understanding, for example, you feel like there are so many, then you tend to put homeworks. No, that is wrong. In English, homework is uncountable. So you cannot say, I have many homeworks. Always remember this. Don't make this mistake anymore. Homework is uncountable. Especially if you are students, okay? And not only homework, there are few more. News. This word itself, it's come with S. So news, this word is like, okay, we watch some news on TV. So news is uncountable. You cannot say a news, one news. I have one good news. This is wrong because news is uncountable. So you cannot have that one in front. You cannot have an a in front. Luggage as well. Luggage, let's say, luggage, this word is uncountable. No, there's no luggages in English. Advice as well. Advice, no advices when it comes to the noun form. Okay, so all these words, they are uncountable nouns. You need to remember this very clearly. All right, and then, okay, so if let's say we know, all right, you remember all these nouns, they are uncountable. You don't want to make the same mistake again by adding S behind. And you know, when we learn English, when we try to speak in English, write in English, it's not only about one word itself. We should know how do we use them in the sentences. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't use these nouns with a plural verb or the words a few or many. What does that mean? I don't say a few informations. I don't say many knowledges. Okay, and how about plural verbs? Okay, I will show you some examples. Ethan has a lot of IT knowledge because you know knowledge is uncountable. You cannot use many. Many, you will only use many for countable nouns. Here, you use a lot of. General knowledge, knowledge is uncountable. So instead of using are, you should use is. This is the singular verb. You should not use are, which is a plural verb. General knowledge is necessary. There is a lot of equipment in the room. Not there are many equipment. This is wrong. There is a lot of equipment. In your mind, you feel like if I use a lot of, right? A lot of doesn't mean that there are a lot, so that's why I use there are a lot of, right? No, that is not the case. When you use a lot of, pair with an uncountable noun, instead of there are, you should use there is, because equipment is uncountable. A lot of, you can use a lot of to pair with countable or uncountable noun. When you use it with an uncountable noun, you need to use singular verb is. Okay, instead of saying are. For example, I can change the sentence is, I can change this sentence to, a lot of equipment is sold today. A lot of equipment is sold today. So I don't use are, I use is, singular verb. All right, if let's say you want to talk about furniture, okay, in your mind you feel that I have one chair, I have one table, I have two chairs, and then I have one table. Can I say furnitures? No. If you have two chairs and one table, you can say that there are 3 pieces of furniture in the truck, for example. All right, then yes, by you giving the quantity, the quantifier to the furniture, 3 pieces, yes, then pieces can be counted. So pieces is countable. So there are 3 pieces of furniture in the truck. All right, and I have a little homework to do. So homework, I told you, it's uncountable. If you don't have a lot of homework, okay, maybe just maybe 3 subjects, and then When it comes to homework, this word, you use I have a little homework to do. Don't say I have a few homeworks. I have many homeworks. Okay, this is really, really the one of the top common mistake that students will make. There is not much information on the website. Okay, when it comes to much we use it with uncountable noun, but most of the time we use them, we use much with in a negative sentence or a question. Okay, so generally we will use a lot of for positive statements. All right, so there are many examples that which I can tell you. So for example, if you want to talk about luggage and then you feel like you have 5 bags there, so you say a lot of luggage or many luggage bags. And about news, you can use some news. I have some news for you. I have some good news for you, instead of saying good news, because news is uncountable. You use some because some is same as a lot of. Some can be used for countable noun or uncountable noun. All right, and then for advice, basically for equipment, furniture, advice, if you want to mention one, then you use a piece of equipment, a piece of furniture, a piece of advice. All right, so I hope that this video will really set a reminder to you that stop making this very basic common mistake, which in my opinion, it's not really acceptable. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Maybe after you finish watching, now in your mind, think of 5 nouns which are uncountable nouns, especially those that commonly people will make mistakes. All right, and there's one thing, if you are not sure this noun whether it's countable or uncountable, always check the dictionary if you are unsure. All right, so I'm waiting for your comment, waiting for your suggestion, and then please subscribe to my Instagram, my YouTube, and then click a like on my Facebook page. Okay, see you, bye-bye.